All right, hello everybody, or something. No, I just have to, nope, that's wrong. Change the sound settings again. And now you should be able to hear Stefan as well.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, I hope that worked. All right, so yeah, welcome to our game dev stream. Today on a Monday because I was busy this weekend. I actually traveled until midnight. And so yeah, it's a very special dev stream today. Okay, let me first, in the upper right corner, as usual, is me, Luxen, doing the game dev, and with me on Skype today is Stefan, aka RD.
Discord, but hi.
Yeah, not Skype, Discord. That the thing is actually good thing about Skype is saying let's Skype or something is very nice to say, and I don't know how to say that when you're using Discord. Let's Discord. Let's do voice chat.
Let's this
Let's
together.
this. Okay, maybe let's make this a thing. Let's this. Yeah, that's maybe that works. Anyway, so yeah, so today is a very special dev stream. Maybe you already noticed, like the webcam up here is different now. I actually got a new one, which should have much better quality. Also, like a new angle, so you can see my tiny flat in the background. And then we also got like I got a whole new setup, a better machine. So hopefully we get better performance and also a better internet connection. Hopefully things will be much more fluid, so less delay and everything. And yeah, that given that the internet connection is stable, we had some issues for at least I had some issues on the first day. Um, let's hope that it works better this time. Yeah, so that's all there is to say for the new setup. And today I will work on puzzle elements. So I mean, you probably noticed we have been already working on the new heat dungeon. I think last time we actually did some graphics for puzzles. I'm going to do this today as well, but there will also be a lot of implementation of puzzles.
Hmm.
Most of the mechanics are already done. I think that's like the last big thing that still needs to be implemented, and then we have roughly all the important mechanics implemented. There's probably some more stuff that we need to do as we go along with the development of the dungeon. But yeah, so that's at least on the technical side, we have already most of the things done. Yeah, and otherwise, should we show something? Recent progress? Probably not
I
this
mean, we
time.
could show some maps because just like some hours ago, well, more than some hours ago, I finished the heat area, at least roughly,
Hmm.
the rough map implementation. So
Well,
we got that one done. But I don't want to show much actually
well, you
because
can
I kind
tell
of want to
me.
surprise.
Sure. You can tell me a map I can show, and I can just show that one.
Mm,
But we have already
uh,
shown the heat area last stream, I think. So at least the
yeah,
first
the
areas.
first maps. Maybe the overpass.
The overpass. You just have to tell
Path
me the map
7.
name. The pass
Path
7.
7.
Alright, okay, let's switch on auto switch mode. Doopy doop, here we go. And let's start the game. That still works. Alright, looks good. The webcam is a bit laggy still. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's laggy, but the stream itself seems to be okay.
Alright.
Seems to be an issue with the webcam itself. Or?
It looks pretty, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's on my side at least it seems pretty well. It's just I don't know.
The game lags a bit too.
That's probably is the internet connection. Are you serious? It's actually red. Yeah. That's weird.
Why is it red?
Okay, maybe I probably should stop the stream on my other laptop after all. Maybe that's too much. So I'm just gonna close this. I thought maybe I can watch the stream on my other laptop, but maybe that's too much for the internet connection after all.
Yeah, if something really goes down, you can still use speed test to see if the problem is with your general internet connection or it's something to do with Twitch.
I don't think doing a speed test during the stream might be a good idea, or is it?
Hmm?
Is it a good idea to do a speed test during the stream?
I mean, this way you could, you have 100,000, no, 200,000 megabits
That's
connection.
download, not upload. Upload is 12 megabytes per second.
That's still
Yeah, it should be much
a
better than
lot.
that, really. Oh well, I mean, what can I do about it anyway? I mean, I know I'm connected. Oh, wait, yes, there's actually one thing I could do. Actually using LAN connection, not wireless connections.
Oh, that would help, yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second. I think I have a cable here, just have to plug it.
There you go, folks. First installation problems. Yeah, it's definitely better, right? But it seems that there's still some problems, and having a wireless connection could be one of those problems. Those routers from Cabo Deutschland are not really good, to be honest. They don't have a lot of reach, so I don't know where Felix put his router. I think it's on his wall, actually. But we'll see if it works. True game dev right now.
I'm not sure if that works immediately, but actually it looks pretty green right now all of a sudden. So maybe that helps.
It looks pretty green.
Yeah, I mean there's this symbol down here next to OBS, so that's how I can tell.
Yeah. I know the one, but I like the word pretty green.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's hope that the router actually handles this too, like with the LAN cable. Yeah, but it looks much better. So make sure not to use wireless connections when you're streaming, guys. Actually, I always use wireless connections when I stream with my laptop. Maybe that was also part of the issue if I think about it. Okay, anyway. So
it looks better right now on the user end.
All right.
As far as definitely better.
Very good. Okay,
Right.
so tell me, path 7 was it?
Path 7, yeah.
All right, heat. Path 7. Teleport. Arcing stones. That's where I was teleported to.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's the map with the arcs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think the auto teleportation always gives you the first marker that has no name. And since one of the teleport grounds there has no name, you use that one. Yeah, that's the one where there's like this
a lot of arcs,
and these arcs fade away.
That's really cool. And of course there will be a way to run over those arcs as well, right?
Yeah.
Actually, let me just turn down the volume a bit so people can still hear us. Right. Alright. And yeah, I just got back to the previous map. Yeah, so that's... I mean, that's all very rough. What we did is essentially we implemented... mostly Stefan did all the maps from the heat area in a very rough state. So everything's already connected, and now we have to go over it and add all the details. Probably still need a couple of graphics for that, but
yeah,
still there was
stairs and stuff like that.
Stairs, some more details, especially for the sand area. I think we need more details, like I think bones and more stones, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that will help too. Yeah.
Anyway, so we made a lot of progress with the heat area, most definitely.
Yeah, that was like the good thing is since I made them myself, I could also like make puzzles that go through multiple maps.
Yep.
So all the puzzles for the area are also done. I mean, the only thing I would like to add are some destructibles and some cold ball modification thingies. I already put notes down for them.
I mean, this area really has a lot more puzzles than the previous areas, which is interesting.
Especially in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
More exploring in the end.
Yep. I mean, it's great. Definitely, since you have it's a very large area, but there are actually parts that look very different. So you really notice in which area you are. I think so. There's like the oasis. There's one part which has a lot of stones, and then parts which have more sand. And even the cliff structures are kind of unique, and which is great. Like, it kind of looks like cheese. There's holes everywhere. So
yeah, that's what I wanted to do for this area, because it's sand erodes the cliffs and stuff like
Yeah, that
that.
makes sense. And speaking of cheese, we also now got here these water cheese pieces. At least that's how people call it. Like these are all the puzzle elements that that I recently worked on for the new dungeon. I'm just gonna give you a quick demonstration. So these are the water blocks. As you know, water is not healthy for avatars, and I decided to not do any respawning when you touch it because I thought it might be too annoying or too easy to abuse when enemies are nearby. So I thought, let's just make the enemy player bounce back, so you cannot really touch water. It's not a good idea. Of course you have heat balls when you enter the dungeon, and you can use the heat balls in the heat dungeon too. So that dungeon will be kind of special because we actually be using both elemental balls, like the heat ball that you already have and the cold ball that you're gonna get in that dungeon. I mean, okay, that was kind of a spoiler, but probably I think people can assume that you get the cold ball in the heat dungeon. Anyway, so you can shoot those water cheese slices, and yeah, they disappear for some time. Or you can choose the cold ball and freeze them, and then they're solid, and you can actually touch them, and you can jump on them, and like the balls will bounce on them like they should. That's one of the things. Then we got the water bubble. That's actually one thing we have shown before. Now it's essentially finished. There's several things you can do with this. There's steam you can generate, and you can activate certain things using the steam. And then you can freeze that bubble. Like this here. Whoops, no, that was actually the wrong element.
Close.
And you can use that actually in different ways, like this kind of the ice disc, or we also call it the freeze bee. The freeze bee can actually be shot around like this, and then, well, a lot of stuff happened here, so you can actually shoot that frisbee inside that thing, and then, yeah, I'm actually not sure if I should explain everything in detail now, because people probably still want to see how that works out in the end. I mean, there should be some surprises in the dungeon. I'm essentially destroying all the surprises here. Anyway, so there's also quicksand, as you can see here. That's will be important for puzzles, but you can expect some battles that actually take place around quicksand. So you have to be careful where you're standing, because if you stand in quicksand for too long, you're just gonna respawn like as if you would fall in water. Yeah, so that's it for the puzzle elements we've been working on recently.
Lots of different cool new ideas. I mean, we had this cross week where we basically discussed most of these puzzle elements, and I think we had most of our genius ideas right there.
Especially like how everything fits together in context. Like everything was planned, right? Everything was planned.
Everything looks like it was planned.
Which it was, right? Totally.
Of course, of course.
Okay. Actually, did we get some questions already? I mean, we have been streaming for some time.
You have a watch. Did you talk about watcher per questions?
We only got one watcher per question, and I think that's not one I probably should answer on the stream. I actually answered that one personally.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think there was any other question.
Alright.
So, hey Radical Fish Gains, I love your game, it's so good. Thanks a lot, Andy Mayon Fan Club. So, it's always good to hear that. So you found an English error, but I'm not sure how to report it. F7 doesn't work for me. Okay, that's weird. How does it not work? Does it not appear, or does the text entry not appear in the formula? Because F7 doesn't really cover all the text that you see in the game. Only.
Also, did you play the Steam version of the game, or did you play the demo version on our page?
Yeah, that's also important. Nothing appears. So did you play the early access version on Steam or something else?
Steam version, alright. That's weird.
Okay, that's weird. What operating system? Is it Windows or Steam, Mac OS? Maybe Linux, not Steam. Everything is Steam. The dungeon is full of Steam too now.
There has to be some Valve-related inside joke in that dungeon.
Probably, yeah.
What game engine do you use? We use our own engine, which derives from the Impact.js engine.
Exactly.
But we wrote like 90% of the code and basically made it our own. It's a JavaScript engine.
Yep.
Very
Hey.
important.
Yeah, it's
Windows
based on
7.
JavaScript. Windows 7. Okay, that's really weird. It was F7, right? Or was it another button? Yeah.
It's F7.
So like when you press F7, you should see this, and then you should input your name and email, submit it, and then you should be able to see. Actually, I cannot close it until I input my credentials. That's kind of annoying.
Did you at one point override the F7 button through the controls?
Oh,
Because it all runs through our input system, it might have something to do with that.
I actually never tried that, if that's even possible.
Me neither, but I thought like asking.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
I mean, how did you add the F7 key, Felix? Did you do it in main.js or via the options?
What do you mean main.js? It's let me
No,
just check.
it's okay. It shouldn't be possible to use the F keys in the options menu.
Oh right, yes, we exactly blocked those, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really see a problem. It's all correct from the code. That's
Yeah.
really weird. Is this maybe
So-
what definitely helps? Could you send us an email with the safe version? Does F8 work?
F8? F8 is a screenshot.
Yeah.
I mean F10, right?
No,
can you
I mean F8 because does any one of the F buttons work for you?
Oh, that's interesting.
F7, F8, or F10 are the ones we use.
Yeah. Like there should be all kind of stuff happening. F8 creates a second screen. F10 should show you like
Screenshot
save.
works. Okay, does F10 works? Very important. Because if that doesn't work, then it's not. Then the whole beta controls doesn't work. I imagine.
That's weird.
I don't think it's something to do with a legacy save, or do you think it could have?
No, I don't
something
think
to do
so.
with
I
it?
don't think saves really block that.
We never allowed F keys from the very beginning, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Will the water wedges gonna have a source? Looks weird just floating like that. I mean, if you have a water cube floating, that's weird in general. Maybe we can add something below it so it kind of looks like there's something where it comes from. That's possible, I guess.
Maybe the same thing we do in the heat area, where we use those lines that connect somewhere. Basically, it's instant matter, right?
I mean, whatever. It's just technical magic stuff, so that's why it
Yeah.
appears out of nowhere.
Something on the ground, maybe like a container or something, would be nice.
Just a pattern
though.
on the ground. I just
Yeah,
don't like
right,
the fact
just a
that
pattern.
I have to create all those patterns for all those shapes again. Yeah.
F10 works, F8 works, F7 nothing.
That's really
Alright.
weird.
Can you? I mean, the keys are saved in the options, so for me, all F keys work. All right. Can you send us your save file through F10 at contact at radicalfishgames.com? Hopefully there's no typo. No.
I still don't know how a save should be responsible, but maybe we find something.
Yeah, maybe we find something that's weird with the keys. I just want to see.
Hi, Celio.
Hi, Celio. Again,
Alright.
you missed the start.
Yeah, it's not much happened anyway. So
Thanks, Andy.
that's mailed. People shouldn't see that. Damn it. All right. I'm just gonna slowly start doing the actual game dev part.
All right.
And as usual, I'm first gonna do a screenshot and try to create the graphics.
All right.
Okay. Test current map.
Oh yeah, just a heads up. I will be here until 10 p.m. and then if Felix chooses to continue,
I'll be by
he
myself then.
continues. Yeah, maybe we find Hannah and he will join, or
Or maybe in Taro.
maybe in Terror, right?
He usually
I
joins
bet
at
he will.
random.
He will invade the stream anyway at some point.
Yeah. It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, Van Doon, exactly. Like that's probably something we do, like a pond or a pattern on the ground where you can see. Right now, this is really just Felix's test area where he puts everything randomly together, so he can test it.
We can actually just, when you destroy those things, I could just display a pond below where it used to be in general. Maybe that actually helps a lot, I think. Ah, god damn it.
That could be. Probably would also help the effect that you have when they are destroyed. So there
Yeah.
is some kind of emitter for those effects. Wow.
Yeah, it was slow because I'm currently showing the game my browser. It's very slow then. Recording desktop mode.
Right.
Not even my new machine can handle that, apparently.
Nothing can handle that.
Okay. I didn't want to really...
Just admit it's giant amounts of wackel pudding. Yeah, it's all just
Maybe it
jelly.
is. Maybe it is. It actually feels like wackel pudding because it's too complicated to make it like really feel like water. It's too
I like it,
difficult to
especially
emulate.
the caustics. I just learned what caustics are, so I use that word.
Yeah, like those reflections at the bottom.
Yeah. Is this correctly tiled? Yeah, it is. Right.
About drawing tonight, I'm not sure. Maybe if people have cool ideas, maybe I'm gonna draw something. But for now, I'm gonna focus on
Draw Deadpool, yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah, seriously. But that's would be for 18 plus or something, right?
Why? He doesn't need to be killing something.
Okay.
I think it's 16 actually. It's R-rated.
Really? Okay. Yep.
The cool thing about since I get a new PC too, I brought myself a new keyboard. The cool thing about it is I have macros. I don't like that they're on the left side. I still have to get used to that. Because I usually tend to go to the very bottom left for pressing the control key. But the cool thing is I can make macros for applications. So I can say, all right, the first macro is the calculator, the second is notepad. So I can quickly open those applications without even going somewhere with the mouse.
That's useful, sure. If you use those features, that can make a difference. Yeah.
I made two maps with it, and use them all the time to calculate. To calculate the correct tiles, because when I made some of the maps, I had to make sure that they have the correct width and that they correctly connect. Because for this area, that's actually the first area that is completely correctly connected.
That's
Each
awesome.
tile.
I'm sure anybody's gonna notice.
I'll notice.
Yeah, sure. You don't notice. You already know it. So that's cheating.
I like that anyway. It looks so cool, especially on an overview.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I sent over the save info. I'm also using a Korean version of Windows 7, if that messes things up. Oh, okay.
A Korean version?
I don't know. Maybe it could be that some program overrides F7 because it's a global key for something. I don't know. That could be, but I don't. I really don't have much experience in what overrides what. To be honest, Windows is very complicated when it goes to that. Sometimes I have a global key for adding for starting the timer on toggle, and sometimes it works in WebStorm and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
It's random, and I don't know what cause it is. It's maybe if I have some window open, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still struggling with that Apollo one.
Apollo?
What are you doing, Kobak? Watching at a picture right now. I don't even know the tool. Looks like some
What?
movie
What?
tool.
What is he doing? What the hell? Is that some? Oh my gosh! Now I'm really looking forward to what that's gonna be in the end. Looks like some video stuff.
I have your driving license next Tuesday. Good luck, Eric. A random NPC should just tell the player he realized this R is correctly. What? These are, yeah, thanks, Fenton. That's a great idea. I will do that. I will
Mm.
just have a random NPC say that, but it doesn't make sense because in the game lore they are connected correctly. It's just if you put them, if you put the whole map on a picture and side by side, you see that they are not always correctly connected.
Yeah.
I just wanted to try and see how it looks, and doing that, I actually added another map where I put in the test map that Felix created,
Hmm.
the pool and the trees and everything.
Wait, you put it in
And
there?
yeah, it's the map is there. Not
But did
the
he
not
even?
the. Yeah, you didn't even notice.
Wait, it's
If you
actually
look
in.
close,
It's seriously okay.
yeah, but you won't be able to access it easily. So
Oh, I see. I mean, that map really was just testing, you know. Okay.
I know. I didn't. Remapped it, of course.
Okay,
I just took the pond basically. I wanted the
I
pond
see.
in and the tree and everything.
All right.
I think there should be some kind of special event there.
Hmm.
Some quest related special event. Maybe this is the place where the third promises a promise quest will be.
I see. Okay.
Oh, and he figured it out. He was using a program called MCA 64 to play StarCraft Broodware. And apparently, when I closed it, it can use. Oh, all right. So
Oh,
it was another program that
all right.
overwrote those. All right, everything is cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Then looking forward to your spelling corrections.
Yeah. Actually, do we have some new spelling corrections? I mean,
Actually, didn't check for some time, for a
nah,
long time.
me neither.
Now that it's actually that people see the message in the pause menu, I think we can expect
Ooh.
more corrections to come in.
Yeah, we have 34
Oh snap!
corrections.
34 files. Okay.
34 files, yeah, 34. No, 96, 96
Oh
files.
gosh, seriously. Oh my gosh.
All right.
I got
Looking
something to
forward to
do
that.
then. Yeah, but that's what this feature is there for. So
And it
can
helps a lot since we don't have to really um,
like
have to go to the file. We just load it there because
yeah
the editor loads it for us, and that is so helpful.
yeah it's hugely helpful. So I'm going for a lot of rhombus shapes again because I'm so creative as usual.
It's theming, man.
Yeah, it's
You
just
gotta
a
tell
theme.
yourself it's just theming.
Exactly. That's my excuse. Okay. Beat-up.
Those thermopoles, just the way they look, I can imagine they could be added to areas.
To what?
Maybe the next area could have these thermopoles too in the open and
Oh,
use them for puzzles too.
you don't think they fit in the heat area? You didn't plan them, right?
I didn't plan them, and I think we already have enough like puzzles there.
That's true. I
But
mean,
maybe one puzzle. I don't want the problem is I don't want to put them there because then you see them before you go into the dungeon, and I kind of want to
that's a very
avoid
good
that.
point. Yeah, that's a very good point actually. Should avoid that. So yeah, for future areas we can actually use those.
Yeah, for the spoiler jungle area. Oh,
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
that
Spoilers!
spoiler. Now you know exactly what's going on.
I mean, actually, I'm really
Whenever I
looking
think
forward
of
to
the
this
jungle,
area.
yeah, me too. Especially since the heat area turned out great. Like
Yeah.
the tile set is great, and
The jungle
like
area
the
is actually the one that has the biggest potential because you can a lot of like plants usually look awesome and the jungle is going to be full of plants. So
yeah,
that's
I already have idea for like for maybe we can do like trees where we use the tiles of trees and you can go on tree branches and stuff like that because the
oh
trees are so
man.
huge.
Oh
And we can
yes, this
easily
is
do that,
good.
especially with object layers. We can just fade them away,
That's true.
and
I mean, we
and
should totally do that. That's an awesome
yeah,
idea. I mean, it's just again ripping off Xenoblade X, but yeah, who cares?
yeah, whatever. Jungle equals shock, not only shock.
That's actually, yeah, it's more than one element this time. Jungle will be a
Yeah,
big area, so you can
yeah.
actually get two elements
Right
there.
now, I don't want to map that area, but give it a month or two, and then I'm ready. I'm ready to do
Yeah.
because I'm really burned out by the heat area now.
Yeah, there was a lot of mapping, I can imagine. I mean, soon we're gonna start mapping the heat dungeon. I think that will be mostly me
Yeah.
this time. So that's where I
Yeah, I
will
will help out
get.
again too. So
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm also gonna help out with the heat area when it comes to details, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
even though
adding details should
I
be
really,
easy. Yeah.
if I think about it, I really didn't do a lot on Bergen Trail. That was really mostly you and Hannah. I think I just
Yeah.
created a bit of for one area. God damn it.
But you did a waterfall map.
Yeah, exactly. That was the
Hmm.
one map I actually did, I think.
Yeah, but you did the graphics and stuff like that,
Yeah,
so it's okay.
and I was
That's
busy with the
that's
dungeon.
parallel processing, right?
Yeah, it's good
How
if
many areas dungeons have you actually planned? I don't want to tell because that would be a spoiler. So I'm just saying um, um,
wow.
2 Fantastillion. Fantastillion.
That's yeah. What?
So I don't want to. I mean, we already talked a bit about it, but I don't want to say it again, just to surprise people.
Mhm.
So CrossCode is to 50% finished. I wouldn't say that.
No, that's actually not true. I mean, some
Yeah.
people get the impression because version 0.5, but that's not how version numbers work. Version numbers you just increase until you're done. So there will be probably 0.6, 0.5, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.10, 0.11, 0.12. Maybe not, hopefully not, but that's what can happen with versions. So it's not like it's 0.5, so it's 50% done. It's just that it's the fifth major release since we started.
Yeah.
And
I also think, especially content for quests, and there is a lot of stuff that we still have to do, and which usually goes faster than you imagine. But I think the especially Henne puts a lot of effort into making quests.
yeah.
He always comes up with the most ridiculous stuff, which is good
Yeah,
because
he's always he has fresh ideas, which is good. So
yeah.
the quests don't get boring, I
So if
think.
you ever played the faction quests, those are all him.
Yeah,
All of
that's
them
mostly
are
Hannah.
done by him.
Oh, that looks. I kind of like this one already. It's not bad. I think.
And you to announce the release date last week, or did I misunderstand that? All right, we probably should talk about this soon, right?
Yes, the thing is actually we planned to talk about the release date last week, and we kind of missed that out. Now, can you? You really should do this soon. I actually was thinking maybe we should do this after the 1 year anniversary, after we finish the crowdfunding, which would be in 2 months actually, which is a bit late. So maybe we should do this a bit earlier.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I mean, can we already talk about this a bit? I think, right? It's like,
Yeah, let's just talk about it here in stream.
I mean, what? So we already like said this 1,000 times, but now it's a little bit more official. We're going to postpone the release of CrossCode,
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
and it's at first we didn't know if we could do this. Things since we had a lot of things on our minds, like do we have enough money, and Is our publisher cool with it and stuff like that? But our publisher was surprisingly cool with it,
Yep.
and they already expected us to like wanting to push the release. But we were also concerned if we could do it because do we have enough money to
Yeah, in the
uh,
end, the big
go on?
question is if we can afford to do it, because I mean, we
Yeah.
have to live from something, and well, it turns out actually we actually, on the financial side, looks pretty positive, so we can actually afford to work longer on the game. And so we were thinking a lot of things. We were thinking maybe if you want to really fulfill the promise of releasing in the middle of the year, then we probably have to cut the game, like make
Hmm.
less of what we actually planned. And we really didn't like this all that much. So we were thinking, I was thinking about ways to kind of like shorten the story, maybe do like first release like a first part and then maybe in some way add a second part, but it really didn't really I didn't like the idea because it probably would be troublesome if we actually do this because people would expect the final product and they wouldn't get this, not at least to the extent that we have planned it.
Yeah.
And so like just postponing the release really makes sure that we can deliver something that people that would be great essentially.
And
Um,
what we wanted it
yeah,
to be.
and that's why we're gonna postpone the release.
Yeah.
Actually, by quite a bit. But we talk about this more soon, like telling the
Yeah, we'll
details.
announce how much soon. But we don't we. It's like a very good decision. Like it was a huge motivational boost
Yeah,
because now we can create the game we wanted to create basically, and overall, I think you guys don't want a game that's unfinished.
2018. No, it's not that bad. Don't worry. Don't
No,
panic.
not that bad. Oh
It's
boy.
not that bad.
2018. No, 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 no,
I
no.
think we were still pretty much in line with how it usually works with other crowdfunding campaigns. I mean, I don't know. I think
Yeah, since we especially we have such an ambitious project, and um, I mean it's also thanks to the support from our fans that we um, could make this happen. Actually, like going this far and creating all the content. I mean, originally there wasn't that much maps planned, for instance. To be honest.
wasn't it?
No, we never planned for like you said you 12 maps and for Bergen Trail, for instance, or for
I'm
Heat
really
Area,
bad
you
at.
said again 12 maps, and then I made 18.
It was really bad at estimating things. Let's say it like
And
this. Are you still there?
31 December, yeah, 31 December. Nah, no, not that, not 2 years. We don't postpone the release for 2 years, man.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, you
Uh,
can just maybe you can just say it. I mean,
yeah,
we
it's
we
half a year.
essentially half a year.
Yeah, essentially half a year. Like
Like you can
half a year
expect.
from our original release idea, which
Mm,
would be June, and yeah, and we going half a year more, and this way we can like
well, to be
leave.
safe, I mean, I think we said like early 2017.
Yeah, early 2017.
That's what you
Maybe I
can
mean
expect.
maybe we have to say, all right, guys, we are done, but we need to test the game, and we want to take like 2 weeks or something like that, and then we're going to push it out. But we have to. But we're not going to postpone that much because since we want to like give this game a good push, a good marketing push, we actually want to promote this a bit earlier, and we can't um, do that like 2 weeks before, obviously. So
Mm,
the game has to be done earlier than it is released, definitely.
yeah,
And currently our progress is amazing. Like
a
it
lot of
really,
new content, most
yeah, it
definitely.
speeds up. It speeds up a lot. Yeah, I think when we have the content and then comes story time, and then yeah.
I'm still a bit concerned about story because I have to admit the story progress is really slow. I was expecting to be able to do more in 0.5, but it was most of the time was consumed just implementing some major features like party members, and the Apollo fight also was pretty difficult because it was the first PvP fight. And so there was huge distraction. I always get the feeling like whenever I do story, I have problems getting to the flow. Like, I'm mostly I get into the flow nicely to do like the dungeons, but for cutscenes, like sometimes it goes pretty well and quickly, but sometimes it just takes forever. Like the exposition cutscene was horrible. It really took a long time to do this one, and I'm a bit
Which
concerned
one?
about that. The exposition cutscene, when in space, the Giza in space who tells you about the track and all this stuff. It was like very dry writing and everything. So that was really difficult. But
I think it was mostly the writing, right?
yeah, the writing was sure. Writing dialogues it's not easy. I mean, it's especially since I'm also not an experienced writer and not a native speaker on top, so it's kind of difficult to write these things. But yeah, I mean, on the other hand, the dialogues with Emily and those with Apollo were much easier. So if I have this kind of like casual talking, it's easier to do this.
It's also more comic relief, so I think that always is like more fun to do.
Yeah.
But those will be like more scenes we have from now on, right? Like when I think about what's going to happen next, then it's more
Casual scenes,
real.
most
Yeah, it's
definitely.
more
Yeah.
casual. I
The try
mean, the
scenes,
next.
there's gonna be some try scenes here and there because like you move along the official plot, but um, the meat is really in those scenes that you share with other characters, so
Yeah,
other
we
players.
definitely you will get less, but well, I think you still want to have cutscenes from time to time in the story because otherwise it feels like doing nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it feels like Bravely Default.
Is Bravely Default like this? I never played it that
Yeah,
much.
Bravely Default has this part of the story where it just drags, and there's no real cutscene
Uh,
that makes the whole thing more
I think.
interesting. So you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a lot of cutscenes is I think sort of I really like it myself. Like having cutscenes, it's just important that they don't block you too much. So I think having a lot of cutscenes is good, but having in them not too long is important too, so that you're not just stuck in a lot of cutscenes and you can't actually play for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Kovac. Now where we have more features done, it's definitely more content. I mean, you can see it right now. This is all content work, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of feature stuff like creating those propeller stuff and those water blocks. But
Yeah,
not like a major feature.
there's always gonna be some coding because I mean it's a
Mm-hmm.
game and there's always code involved in creating a game. But creating those puzzles, actually, it's just rather small features, and it actually gets easier over time. It's actually I get the impression I spend way less time creating those puzzle elements for the heat area compared to the cold dungeon because a lot of the stuff is already there. A lot of the problems I encountered in the cold dungeon are already solved, so everything goes really smoothly. Actually, it's just um, so that's why I'm actually pretty optimistic that creating those puzzle elements will be faster for future dungeons.
Let's see what some people actually. Got hey Refresher, I got a way to play the CrossCode through browser on Android PC, but I needed to edit some of the code. Why the game is not enabled for some point? I saw that CrossCode ignore console. Yeah. We don't ignore specific controllers. We have to absolutely we have to filter controllers because each controller can have a different input schematic. That means, for instance, the PlayStation 3 controller or PlayStation 4 controller works, but the analog sticks give us different input. So we have to create extra mappings for those.
Mm.
And we just read every X input controller is always an Xbox controller. So we just read them. It's really just that. And we don't like ignore them. It's just that it's hard to know every controller because we all just have X input controller or DirectX controllers, which will not work on Chrome. It simply don't.
Mm.
And you have to check them by string. That's the only way how you can say, all right, this controller
I
is an
mean, it's
X.
probably it's if people, I know there might be. It's probably not too much work to add support for more controllers if you know all the specifications. Or what do you think?
Yeah, if I but the problem is if the analog sticks for instance now give weird inputs that actually are the triggers. This is a problem I had with the PlayStation controllers.
Okay,
They would give me weird input when I trigger. The trigger was an analog input, for instance,
all
and
right.
for that we had to add extra code and stuff like that. But it was really long time ago. Maybe we can add more if we knew which each button does.
Hmm.
That's true. How do you write dialogue? Do you write it by hand directly into the game or even real movie script? I think there are two versions. You usually write a script and
Not
then we
always.
can,
Depends.
yeah, I mean, for major cutscenes, you write a script and then we can talk about it
Yeah.
if you want some advice. But most
Uh,
of the time, I think it's actually really we open the map editor and write
Yeah.
the text and then just test it. Let people test.
I do it a lot for cutscenes recently. I just noticed it's just much faster if you just write the dialogues directly in the map editor.
Yep. Yeah. The problem is that you don't have like an overview over where the conversation goes.
Okay, yeah, that's actually true. I mean, for complicated dialogue, that's what I usually do. I just first write just some random text document. I write it first, and yeah, okay. Sometimes I actually save that and show that around before I input that in the game. But it
Hmm.
essentially always happens that after it's in the game, people say, "Oh, maybe you can improve that," and then we have to change it anyway. So it's not like we always adapt dialogues when they are already in the game, which is also the major reason why we don't do translations right now, because we change
Yeah.
dialogues and we fix
Wouldn't
spelling bugs
be.
and
Yeah. I think that's by the way the reason why many RPGs don't do translations immediately because it doesn't make much sense.
yeah.
Dialogues get rewritten. So if you ever wonder why does my favorite JRPG does not have the same release date as in Japan, probably because they have to translate it. And it's even more difficult because, well, the kanjis take different amounts of space. And if you use it, especially for some games, they even have to adjust the text box heights of all text boxes and have to test it for the usual letters. And
Yeah, I get the impression they probably had to do this. The font size of Xenoblade X is incredible small, and I think they probably had to do
yeah,
this because of translation issues, like text was
definitely,
just
yeah,
too long, and
definitely,
then
that's definitely the problem.
yeah, that really sucks.
It's not like, I mean, there are game designers too. Of course, they knew that the text was a little bit small, but I
Yeah,
mean, they didn't. I think they only had half a year, right, for the translation, as far as I was informed.
probably, yeah.
At least I was told that they didn't have that much time. I might be wrong. I don't know. It's
I
not.
mean,
I
Xenoblade
didn't
X
read that
was
somewhere.
released pretty quickly. I got the impression. So
Half or a year or half a year. I'm not sure. I think it was a year. It was a year, definitely. But it's fast. I think it's fast
for a game with that
for
much content, yes. I mean, the
yeah.
Xenoblade has
That
this
game
insane
has
amount
so
of
much
content.
content. I mean, I
Okay.
played through it and I haven't even seen 50%. Accumulated percentage is not even 50% for me.
Oh gosh. Oh
Just
man.
especially beating those high-end bosses. I really want to do it, but I know that I need to grind, and I don't have the time for that. So I'm
Ah,
just
okay,
playing
okay.
Mario Paper Jam now, which is good.
Okay.
Something I wanted to tell you is that it feels a lot like Kingdom Hearts did back then when it comes to mini games. So they took
Really?
the gameplay elements you already know
Oh,
and put them into mini games, kind of. And so you have some things like find all the paper toads or
okay.
um, what was one? There was one where you had to correctly destroy blocks so that a toad wouldn't get squished between the blocks. That was also fun.
I see.
Or running, like a parkour.
Hmm.
So I really like that because in Dream Team it was very much all the same. It was just fighting. It was just this one gameplay element you had all the time.
Well, they actually had several mini games in between, as far as I remember, and they really took their time explaining them. That's what I remember
That's
too.
true. The mini games in Paper Jam are not really. There's just one text box, find all, and then it starts.
Okay. That's good. That's
Yeah,
much better.
I mean, they make even fun about that. They really,
Okay.
at one really, just Luigi is explaining something, and just a star thingy coming in and say, "Luigi, are you done talking?" It's like the humor is very good.
Wait,
Had to
Luigi's
laugh.
talking? I mean, they usually
No,
don't
no,
talk.
no. He was like, "Capitolo patto." Right.
Okay.
Uh, I always love how the stuffing is like, "What did you say, Mario? You want us to do that and that?" Oh, I see, Luigi. You want us to go there.
Of course. Well, it's not like we don't do the same for CrossCode, really.
Mm. Yeah, someone was asking if we are German. Yeah, we are German.
Yes, we are. German indie developer.
We have like the longest words in the world. I think actually Russian has the honor, right? Or some.
Are you sure? I think
I
only
know a
Germans
Russian word
have
that.
the capability of connecting words as they want
Ah,
to.
yes, that's right. Okay, we can
That's
randomly connect words. That's true.
so we have like if you can create if you don't think that's the longest word, we can just take two longest words and connect them together, and then it's yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if
What
there's
are two? Go ahead.
hmm?
Go ahead. I
No,
wonder.
I didn't want to say anything. But
All right. What tools are you using for the game? We use our own engine, a JavaScript-based engine.
mm-hmm.
Then we use WebStorm or PHP Storm for the coding, and Photoshop and graphic scale and Paint for making the graphics.
And paint. That Austrian guy, he's using
Nah, that one
he's
Austrian
using
guy.
he's using paint.
There always
we
has
should
to be
we should
be
probably
an
should write this in the credits somewhere, like graphics featured by Paint or
nah, by with Paint. No, seriously, with Paint.
we shit you
The
not.
best thing about Paper Jam is they completely got rid of the motion. Yeah, that's true. There's no motion control thingy anymore in Paper Jam, which is
Oh, okay.
thank good. You don't have to waggle, especially for the bro attacks. You don't have to waggle around, right?
I see.
I hated that in Dream Team.
Right. So, got something done, like two kinds of versions of the lamp, like a regular one, a charged one for cold, and another one for heat now.
Ever heard of A-Sprite? Yeah, actually we use A-Sprite. Our
Yeah,
Pixelart artist Freeze and our sound designer Jethro
he's
both
also
use
doing sprites
A-Sprite.
recently. Yeah.
He's also doing strides. Not for
Actually, yeah,
CrossCode specifically, but
I've seen the program doing cross week. I mean, they actually Flo has showed it to our concert artist Freeze during the cross week, and I watched it too, and it looks really amazing. The biggest problem is always, no matter how good the program is, you will be slow with it before you get used to it. It's always the same. So, and I always like, I'm too lazy to switch, but that's actually something, especially since as far as I understood, it's easy to switch between that program and Photoshop back and forth because you can easily just copy things. So I was actually thinking of maybe I'm gonna look at this, buy the program, and gonna try that.
Especially it has a tiled mode.
Yes, the tile mode, that's actually really useful. So I actually saw like that's actually how the sand tiles here. They have been you don't see them on the screenshot, but up here those quicksand tiles, those have actually been created in Sprite. So Freeze actually did those using the tile mode of Sprite.
And he just discovered the program. He was on the Cross week and
Yeah,
Teflo showed him this and he immediately used it to create good tiles.
yep, that was
Like
really
he
cool.
didn't even wait. This kid is crazy, man.
Yep.
If you see him, like, he can chat and draw something cool at the same time. I don't even know how he does that.
I can actually understand because when you draw stuff, it's easier to multitask. I think compared to programming, for instance,
Nah.
it's
What
much
problem
easier.
you have with MS Paint, my friend? No problem, but it's just like it's the most basic thing. You don't have layers, for instance. So if you just want to make new graphics and you make them on the same layer, you have to cut them out for the game because we overlay them, right?
Mm.
Um, so that's a problem. And some tools you have in like Photoshop are really cool to use. Specifically, I think what Felix uses a lot is when you change the contrast of stuff.
Yeah, Photoshop has a lot of nice tools to adjust colors, so and I do this a lot. Like, but actually, I still have to check if I need to increase the contrast of the code heat dungeon map. I actually don't get the impression I
Mm.
have to do this for once.
Something
So,
something I actually noticed is how bright the heat area is on my new monitor. My laptop one is
mm,
it has less contrast, right? It has very low contrast, and it
what?
looked kind of grayish. The sand looked grayish,
Okay,
and
with the new
I was
one,
cool with it. But the new one, finally, it's yellow. So, but I
yeah,
added
actually,
a blue overlay a bit because the monitor was extremely red for some reason,
yeah,
and I
actually, I
and
also
I
adjusted colors a bit.
yeah, and I don't like that if my Steam overlay is green instead of
But I have to
blue.
admit, actually, the heat area is maybe a bit too bright. I actually noticed this too. I actually, at one point, I thought, it needs to be brighter, so increase the brightness. But maybe I've overdone it a bit. But I'm gonna wait with this until later. So first, we're just gonna
Mm.
grade the village and everything, and once this is done, I'm gonna optimize the contrast at the end. So
And especially if we then have details in, and then you can see how they contrast
yeah,
to each
that
other, and then
exactly. It's
because
easier
you
to.
have these dark brown. See, I told you he would come.
Who would come?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh,
There was Entero was just here,
what? Taro. He joined.
but then
Ah.
he was gone immediately the same
Oh.
moment. Aw.
Maybe he thought he's not welcome.
Hmm. I was just a second. Oh, you don't immediately talk about me. I'm gone. GIMP is not that bad. Yeah, GIMP is cool too. I think it's a lot of it's about what you are used to. So if you're used to Photoshop, chances are you stay with Photoshop. I think personally. Of course, you can always change. Filters in GIMP. Well, I don't think we use a lot of filters, but because sprite art usually doesn't use a lot of filters.
um. Yeah, for filter, like the filters you don't use a lot for because they mess with your colors. That's not something you want usually. I think it's too orange.
Is there going to be an animation that shows how the ball moves up and then?
What I will try is actually make the ball move upwards. I'm not sure
Okay.
I will be able to do this, but I think because I actually implemented this already, we have some kind for the ball direction changer. We have some functionality that makes the ball move along a certain path for a fixed amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably gonna try to do that.
All right,
And
looking forward to it. I have the weirdest sensation that Twitch chats like to be a woman. I don't get it.
whatever that means.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Actually, I started to change the whole layout of the graphics. I'm not really sure if that's um before I usually placed all the puzzle graphics in separate sheets. But what I
Mm-hmm.
start to do now is just place them inside the tile sheet of the dungeon, and then just add a reference somewhere that it's inside that sheet with that coordinate. Because that way you can actually select which graphics you actually need for a certain tile set. Because
Yeah, I mean,
usually,
you did that for the code dungeon already, right?
yeah, I did this for stuff like the lorry already. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do this for even more elements because I don't think we're gonna use the steam pipes everywhere. So I'm just gonna, and I think I will do the same for the Thermo Poles. I'm just gonna put them inside the major tile sheet and then add a reference. And yeah, so then we can decide if we want to have them for a certain area or not.
Sounds okay for me.
Yeah, it's the
I
only
mean, the
downs.
map style is pretty customizable, so.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, you can just add as many entries as I want, so there's no need to actually limit yourself to like very few entries. There's really no reason to do that. Okay.
I don't even know what's going on in chat.
I have no idea. There's a straw poll though.
What's OC? What does OC original content?
Uh, what? I mean, we have drawn some Hexacast character, but that was essentially just Shizuka as a Hexacast.
Yeah,
That
that's
was not
true.
really an original character in that sense.
Any idea when you will start with the player NPC quests enemies? What do you mean, Vendu? Exactly.
I guess like the NPCs by the backers. Ah, yeah, that's a stupid bug that Photoshop now has. Yeah.
So the ones that had 200 bucks and stuff like that. I think we will start that when we have the final area done and the final village.
Yeah, the
I
thing
think
is,
then.
the later we do it, the more flexible we are in. So the more options you have on where you want to add your character. So
Yeah.
that's actually why we want to plan to do this later on. Like right
Yeah,
now we could.
I want to give the beggars the option to go to have like to like they should be able to choose any location that we have planned and
Or most locations.
yeah, most
Let's.
locations. Of course, you can't. That inside the dungeon would be stupid. So
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
um, so yeah, that's definitely something I personally want. I think you too. I mean, it just makes sense that
Mm-hmm.
we don't just say, all right, you have the option to go to Bergen Trail, Autumn area, or Heat area.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but we already talked with those that have put in 2,000.
Yep.
Those who get an avatar better, which are Sezui and Jens
Mm-hmm.
or JM, and they already. I mean, for Sezui, it's pretty much we already know what kind of character he wants, and we already talked about him how we think his fight could work, what class he could be, and stuff like that. But Jay wants to that Jens, yeah, Jens,
Mm-hmm.
good friend of mine, who's like the richest guy I know.
Oh, sorry. Ah, yeah. I don't know where that came from.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
The stream is red already. What's going on? Don't be red.
Oh yeah, actually, it's lagging right now. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you sneeze.
It's like too complicated to broadcast this. I'm gonna wonder what this podcast is. Oh. So they're actually now creating a lot of straw polls to create an OC character. Uh,
An OC character that's in
the
Crossworlds.
Twitcher. Hexacast Twitch OC. What?
Oh, dude, what the hell? All right, I'm all for black. I'm black.
Okay.
Why don't white? Hexacasts don't have white. They have black and purple in their color
What?
scheme.
I mean,
Not
what
white.
color? Color of the clothings, of the hair,
I think
of
so.
the eyes? I mean, you have to be more precise.
Take black. Take black. Always take black.
A lot of people are actually using white.
We don't have. Do we have a black hexacast already? Yeah, we have one. We have one.
Yeah.
I mean, purple would be the dominant color for a hexacast character anyway. And to be honest, Grumpy Dude is actually based off The Witcher. So I thought about him
Yeah.
when I designed the character. I thought about I want a guy with a scarf and like just more
Because
stoic because it's badass and like he has seen shit. Oh, it's the hair color. So it's the hair color. All right, then I don't care. Black, purple, white, whatever. Take white. Let's make him anime. More anime characters. And we should while we edit, we should give him a red coat and 2 pistols and a big sword. And we call him Right John.
Crap.
Can I change my vote? I can't change my vote. Can I change? No.
Ah, yes, exactly. It works, I think. Yes, look, this is amazing. It's already
Grab
there.
point.
There's a grab point function. What it does is it just tells it tells the ball to move to a certain point, and then it just continues. So and it even works in 3 dimensions. So I can tell him just move upwards, and then it just moves upwards, and then it just continues. So I probably don't need to change anything. I mean that's really cool. Yeah, just have to be. I have to. There's just one thing where I'm not sure. It's the problem kind of is that it must actually be grabbed by 2 points. So first it must go on the lower half in the center and then move upwards, and then it should continue. But maybe I'll just make it that it for now it just moves upwards and not center on the lower part. Maybe that already looks good. I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah, I need what definitely helps is like an effect that suggests that the pole itself changes. You need that anyway because it changes
Yeah,
the
sure,
element, I guess.
sure. I mean, it will change the color, and I'm just gonna display some effect over it, and maybe I will even do some kind of like I can blend between those 2 states. That's actually what I was planning to do. So you always display the dark state, and then I can just use the clipping. So essentially, I'm just gonna make the color move from inwards to outwards. So maybe from
Sounds good.
or from bottom to top, or the other way around, depending on where the ball hits it. So that's something
right.
that can be done. Just need
The
to decide.
Twitcher.
So that's the Thermo Pole.
Do you? I just wanted to ask if you implement this as a new entity or as
Most
a bowl
definitely new
changer.
entity. It's too different. It's not. You cannot do the visible changer. But actually, something I did is at the beginning for the Steam thing. I first created a special Steam switch entity, but while I was doing it, I noticed it's exactly the same as a one-time switch. So I extended the one-time switch, so it's actually just a one-time switch with a Steam pipe option.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. I kind of managed to reuse that class. I actually had to extend it a bit to make it work, but now the class is also more flexible, which is great, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Eye colors. If you have eye colors and you have a white eye color, what works good with white? I think yellow looks good. Blue looks good. Red looks good. So that's my vote. Yellow, red, or blue. Like maybe more azure blue. That's more what I think. What else looks good? Looks green good? Green could also look good. Yeah, I think green looks good too. Brown is totally lame. Nobody has brown eye colors in a video game.
Because it's so
Especially
common.
especially in Square Enix video games. In Kingdom Hearts, everyone has either yellow eyes or blue eyes. Or maybe red. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's either from the normal characters, not the disc characters. It's either blue or yellow. And yellow is always an antagonist, and blue is always a good guy. Silver silver eye color with silver hair. I think silver looks as if the character's blind
Mm.
because it looks like you don't have, like, it's overgrown with something.
And here you can see how a new entity is created.
Ball changer Thermo Pole. Yeah, that's how we
Actually, no,
made.
it's not Pole Changer, it's actually Thermo Pole. I forgot that.
Yeah.
It's a Thermo Pole. So, set size. What's the size actually?
That it's
16 by 16.
16 by 48.
You're right.
Am I right? Ha!
Not bad.
I think it's just the height you. It's just the height that you need to cross for one level, right? You need 16 at the base, and then
I don't make it blocking, I make it virtual. For a very special reason. Because it's important that the ball can fly through it.
yeah.
Shouldn't bounce on it. That's actually very
It should also push you away if you jump on it. Shouldn't be used to skip stuff.
Yeah. So you cannot jump on it, and you can also dash through it. That's also the consequence, but that's fine, I think. It looks slim enough for that.
Game characters are always flamboyant. Yeah, especially in Square Enix games. Every character is like a bishy, super sweet guy, almost like a Disney movie character. When
Yeah.
they sing a song, they're always super happy and
I'm not
super
sure I
positive.
like that though. Sometimes I like it to have down on earth characters. Yeah.
All right, my vote goes to yellow, blue, black, orange. Okay.
Holy shit, man. The ball changer
Hate.
animation sheet. That's that's insane, man. It's so much scripting there. I hope the Thermo Pole, I think it will be much simpler. Um,
What's good?
actually no.
White and silver. Right. No, I
Steam
do.
pipes.
Green and pink. One eye is green, the other is pink.
Mm.
Oh, no love for yellow. You all scrubs, man. All scrubs.
Nobody likes yellow.
Unfriend, unsubscribe.
So, Thermo Pole.
Hey Jay, how's everything?
Oi, oi.
Draw poll for the second eye. People all select green. So both. So the left eye is green and the right one. You are correct. It's green.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do now here is just it's gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna create this sprite will have one animation called default, and it just displays all three sprites.
How is that matching working, Felix?
I know.
It's
Okay, I'm thinking. Actually, I think two is enough. I just need two. I don't need anything else. And maybe I will actually not use an animation and after all, because it will be in the way, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna use animations. Damn it. I'm gonna init oh, am I? I can init the animation and then just this is kind of like a little bit of a tricky thing. Ah, whatever, I'm not gonna use animations. The thing is, when you use animations, it's kind of like difficult to program the appearance of the sprites because the animations tend to override everything. But if I script it myself, it's more work because I have to manually do a lot of things that are usually done automatically.
you can't have green without blue. Yeah, the suspense is killing me, man. Also, FF10 Una, there's green blue. Theochromia. I was going to only make her as a mini-map icon, but at this point I'm going to make a full sprite. Not exactly sure for what this is. Is this for CrossCode or what is a mini-map icon? No love for pink, as it should be. Not my favorite eye color, pink.
Is there even such an eye color?
No, I don't think so. Which element symbol? Oh, dang. My PC arrives at Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah, it usually takes.
Hashtag sad face.
Actually, in my case, I actually managed to send it in the next day.
Yeah, they just sent it when we started to talk, right? Like
So it was a bit
2
late.
hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a bit late. So I already downloaded all the apps. I just need to put in Windows 7 installation on my USB. Actually, where did you got your USB thingy? Did you took it from an ISO? Or does Microsoft have something to download? for that?
From the place I bought it, they offered me a key and a download. And I
Ah,
downloaded
alright,
the
so you,
thing
you
and
can
got the
download the
key.
ISO.
Yeah, and then I just burned the DVD because for some reason it didn't accept my USB stick to create
Weird.
a USB image. Well,
Alright,
that
but
worked.
it's good then. When I buy the key, then I know that I
Mhm.
can just get there. Actually, just what you said, I have to check something. The PlayStation Store is charged me for $20 this morning,
Okay.
and I was a bit confused since I thought I disabled the automatic update. I have PS Plus, right, because I want to play online with my friends, and that ain't happening if I don't have the subscription running. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, actually it is. Well, what do you know? All right. What's actually for PlayStation Plus this month?
All right. I now manually initialized the sprites without any animations, I think.
Helldivers.
Actually, this one just want to set invisible for
Oh,
now.
I asked at the start of the stream for what a minimap character I should make. And everything ended, and let's make a Twitter version. C stands for. Yeah, all right. But what's a minimap character for what minimap?
Yeah, he always does those mock-ups where he creates a new character for a minimap displaying CrossCode, like Apollo in the minimap or Emily in the minimap, like the map overview. The icon usually have Emily, Leah in the map view.
I see. Yeah, the one that was sprited in. No, I think that was the one you did.
Mm-hmm.
The one I did
Okay.
in in 1 minute is for the changelog.
No need to test anything, goddammit. Yeah, so I just created a Thermo Pole. I actually have to add it to the features.
I see. I see. Just where I see it, I'm actually pretty sure we're probably never going to do that, right? Or
To
are we
what?
planning to do that? To display the party members on the minimap too?
People
The
suggested that.
problem, I think they look good. I think they look really good. The one Celium made.
Yeah.
The problem is we would have to go through every map again
Yeah.
because we have to offset the position of Lea's head in case there's a landmark or the room is not really a, a rectangular area
Mm,
and stuff like that. And if we now have 3 heads, we would also need to make every room bigger, especially small rooms. I
yes.
already added a smaller face
Huh.
for Leia, but I like those icons.
Maybe we can do something like the icon always swaps over time with all the party members.
That's going to be hard too because Leia is actually pre-drawn into the
Are you
map.
serious? You pre-draw that? Seriously?
Yep. No
Do
fear,
you have to
YOLO.
do that?
It's easier.
Okay.
Because look, right? Right, look, I maybe I can do it. The problem
Yeah.
is what I wanted to do is I know there was a reason to it, but I don't remember it right now. I don't remember it, but there was a reason to it.
All right.
Maybe we can do it. I have to look into it, to be honest. Skin color.
Mm.
I'm for like an more like orange like thingy. Orange.
Got a Thermo Pole and everything is messed up. What?
Errors everywhere.
What?
Where's the entity?
Yeah, why do I get this error message? It's
Ah,
like,
notice that the entity is still created, right? It should be still be there in the map if you save now. It's on the top left.
I don't want to save though. I mean, why do I
Ah,
get this
alright.
error message? That's the weird thing. I set the entity type and then it just crashes because it complains there's no physics.
Because there are no attributes in the attributes VM
What?
thing. No, that shouldn't be a problem, right?
Why? No, that's okay. I'm really confused. It's just.
Add to color map.
Oh, okay, I get it. Why? So that's actually kind of weird. That really shouldn't happen. It's like I probably have
Take
to set a type
running.
like this, and I guess then it works. But if I use set type, it's gonna break. That's really strange. Probably something we should fix, but yeah, whatever. Still broken. What? Yes, of course, there's no Thermo Pole style. Actually, I should also ask if there is actually a style, otherwise there's no GFX and just gonna return that case.
GFX. Emerald skin tone. What's the? I want a tan.
Hmm.
I don't like that soon thingy. That's always a lie. Please be excited, Adiak. Please.
What's the lie?
Yeah, it's true, but the chat is basically completely detached from what's actually happening inside the stream.
Who cares? It's just boring programming and stuff like that.
Well, it's game dev.
Yeah.
It's boring. Bowling.
Okay. Um. Oh, is that already correct? Yeah, it is. Okay. So with a bit of luck, we actually can now see a Thermo Pole. Well, we don't have any luck though. Ah, or did I just forgot to? Yeah, no, I didn't. Hmm.
Will
What
this
could it
character
be?
look at those graphics? They're beautiful.
Okay, I probably forgot something about. What? Oh, god damn it.
What are def jams? Def jams. When you jam with your defense increased.
Now I think it's the power of JavaScript that made me fail. I wrote update sprite instead of update sprites. Didn't I? Yes, I did.
Genius.
But duck typing is so awesome. Okay.
I get this every time I want to access the quest module. There's something right there's somewhere there's a property named quest,
Woohoo!
and JavaScript is like, yeah, cool. You have that quest property somewhere, so it's cool. But the module is quests plural.
How
So
about a lore thread in the forum? Under off topic?
how about a law for it
Well, it wouldn't be off topic.
yeah, it's
But
not off topic. You can make that in the normal CrossCode topic. I mean, you mean the lore that we provide through the encyclopedia or general lore of crosswords and world, outside world, basically.
so,
I'm always interested to see people's take on the outside lore, meaning outside of crosswords.
I think I got it now.
Good.
Finally, I got the pole visible, so you can actually see the pole. And
The pole, not the pole. The pole
pole,
sense of.
the Thermo
Yeah, yeah.
Pole. Hi,
I
Intero.
thought I thought you were talking about the pole from
I know.
Celio. Hey, Taro.
Hey.
Whoa. What a full voice. Yeah, right now, and you
Hey.
just shoot through it.
Am I very loud?
No, it's okay. Okay. So, pole is there. Collision works. So now it's all about. I think first I'm gonna implement the redirection of the poles and see if that works.
Gehst schlafen? Okay. Nacht. Schlaf gut. Danke.
Chup, chup.
The stream seems to be sort of laggy.
Yeah, it's laggy right now. I noticed that too.
I have no idea.
Is it
Yeah,
red
well,
again?
I would have thought that
It's red, yeah.
that the connection should have been better since you have new internet.
I got maybe for some reason it's doing it over the wireless connections. So let me just check something. So I'm a bit afraid now if I now actually disable the wireless connections, maybe it's just gonna everything is breaking up. I am
Yeah,
connected.
right, yeah.
I'm connected via both LAN and wireless network. So I'm not gonna stop.
It's gone. It's gone. It's not
What's-
gone.
What? It's not gone. No, it's not.
It was loading.